Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video. So today what I wanted to talk to you guys about was mental health. I'm basically going to touch on three topics, which is PTSD, anxiety, and depression. I'm picking those three things because that's what I suffer from. I know there are other parents out there who also suffer with those three things and not being able to sleep. Um, but I wanted to touch on three subjects that I know about. I don't want you guys thinking that I'm this perfect person who doesn't have any issues, because that would be a big fat lie. So we're gonna first jump into PTSD. I found out I had PTSD in 2013 when I first went to my therapist. She had me take a little test. She found out I had PTSD. I was not diagnosed with depression or anxiety back then. So my PTSD was like my main focus of trying to, as she liked to say, cope with it. So I learned that. I learned how to cope with it. It is hard. My PTSD stems from my daughter having a head injury. So anytime I see a child basically hitting their head, running into something, falling, their head goes out, like my PTSD just shoots through the roof and I get scared, I get nervous, like it's a mess. But that's how it's controlled. So I try to stay away from that stuff. Try not to look, try not to set myself off. But that was back then. My PTSD is way more controllable. Now I can see things like that, but I can kind of calm myself down now sometimes. Now, my anxiety and my depression, I like to describe them, yes, them, as a roller coaster ride. They are they they are on the exact same ride, okay? Just hear me. They are on the exact same ride. They take off on the exact same time, anxiety and depression. But anxiety starts to win the race first. Shoulda, coulda, woulda questions. Did I hurt them questions? Do they hate me question? Now on the other side is depression going the same route. Does this person want me here? Why am I even fighting for myself? They clearly don't want me here. They clearly don't love me. The next thing you know, those two thoughts clash right into each other. And even though they get into this big ass accident, depression is still standing strong over anxiety. So now not only do I have these crashing thoughts of anxiety, shoulda, coulda, woulda, my depression takes over and says, you should. You should do this. But not in a positive way, all in a negative way. My depression sends me into, you can't do this. No one's going to love you for this. You don't love you for this. So on and so forth. So when those two things happen, depression takes over. For me, for the day when that happens, it's a wrap. I don't care to talk to anyone. I would rather be left alone. I get an attitude. I'm in my own thoughts. I don't want to hear what anybody else has to say. I don't care what anybody else has to say. Because in my head, what my depression thoughts are thinking is all negative. You can't do it. You won't do it. You shouldn't have did it. You're not going to make it. Just don't worry about it. Nobody cares. Don't try to solve it because no one's going to listen to you. Etc., etc. All negative thoughts, etc. Now, if you knew me back in the day, you would know that I am the type of person, or I was the type of person that would pull out a positive thought from the most negative anything. I always told people there is always a positive and a negative. But my depression is so bad now, for me, it's all negative. And that's hard for me to process. So it makes my depression worse. So it's hard to be the person, with anxiety, with depression, with PTSD, who has to wake up every morning and just figure out the day as I go. And I know there's a lot of parents out there who have to do that, not just because, like, I lost my child, what am I going to do with my life? But mentally, like, what am I going to do? So, for the people out there who haven't lost child, but you may know someone, or you're just on here to learn. Reach out to someone who has. They may not always express their depression and their anxiety because, let's be honest, not a lot of people can handle it. But I'm telling you, they're going through it. They're going through it up here. So you need to let them know that they are loved through word of mouth. It's meaningful. The smallest little gestures. Like I said to one of my other friends. I don't remember. I'm not going to say their name anyway. When one of my other friends randomly hits me up and she's just like, I love you. I love you too. That means a lot to me. So reaching out is so important, and I really want you guys to understand how important it is. And I know a person with depression and anxiety isn't always going to be the person to be like, hey girl, how you doing? Let's go. Like, that's not even me. Like, I will call you, but unless you really know me, you're not going to know if I'm faking the funk. Unless I'm really like open with you, because I know you're not going to judge me, you're not going to know what's really going on with me. And then that's when it comes into having really good friends that you can sit down, talk with, and not be like, listen, I don't want to throw any of you guys under the bus, but you guys make me feel like shit because blah, 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 blah. And those friends have to be willing to sit down and not take offense, and be really willing and really open-minded to understanding where your friend or family member is coming from, because they're not always trying to hurt you, just like you're not always trying to hurt them, but it just may come off like that. But that's not the case. You just really need to sit down, honestly, shut up, and listen. That's it. If you can't do that, then I suggest you just leave that person alone and let them know, like, I don't know how to deal with this. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. And maybe you might break a barrier, and they may tell you what they personally need. Everybody's different. So just keep that in mind when you're dealing with anyone, whether they've lost a child or not, whatever brought them into their depression or whatever they're going through, just be mindful and be open-minded and be willing to talk and listen. And I feel like that person over time, if they're that type of person, will open up. It may take time, but give it time. If you love that person, give it time. Give it time to learn them. Give them time to learn their own thoughts and how to deal with them. And things will be okay, but you got to give it time. You got to be patient, and you got to be open-minded, and you got to reach out. You got to. You love that person, you got to reach out. So I just wanted to keep an open mind here and let you guys know that I am not perfect, that I have issues. I want you guys to know that even though I have my own, I am here for you. If you want to talk about something, you have a subject you want me to touch on, drop it down in the comments. I notice you guys don't do that, but that's okay. You'll come out when you're ready to come out and say what you want to say. But all in all, I'm here to listen. I am here to talk about things that other parents go through, not just me. So if there's a video or you guys have a suggestion on what you want me to talk about, drop it down in the comments. I am a very open-minded person. So, yep. Just be honest. I'll be honest with you guys. Also, make sure you guys go check out my daughter's Facebook page. It's called Nevaeh's Voice. And then also, that she has... Well, I made her a Team Vea page. It's where I'm going to be selling future merch for Team Vea. So make sure you guys go hop on that too. It's a private page, that one. And make sure you guys like and subscribe and ring that bell so you know when my videos have posted. And I will be talking to you guys later. Also, make sure you watch out for my next video. We are going on a trip this weekend that I'm super excited about. It's something simple. It's not even out of state, but it's a freaking trip and I'm super excited about it. It's for Mother's Day, so I will be dropping a video on that probably Tuesday after Mother's Day. So be on the lookout for that. And thank you guys for tuning in and watching another video. And like I said, if you guys have any suggestions on what you want to see me do or talk about, drop it down in the inbox. Drop it down in the comments and let me know. And thank you guys for tuning in for another video. I love you guys. Bye.